in order to create a trade connection between all Ecowas member nations. The micro, small and medium enterprise in the Ecowas regions through the Ecowas Small Business Coalition have advocated for creating a railway corridor connecting all member states to complement the existing road networks. The proposal came after their inaugural exhibition and workshop held from November 21st to 23rd in Abidjan, Ivory Coast, organized by the ESBC in partnership with the Ecowas Commission and Ivory Coast Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The event brought together small business operators from across the region. The coalition underscored SMEs' logistical challenges in the transportation of goods and services within the Ecowas sub-region. Participants emphasized the importance of clearer communications on cross-border trade obligations and improvement in the movement of goods and people. Although Ecowas has affirmed the free movement of goods and people under its protocols, it clarified that such movement will still require compliance with formalities and custom duties. At the workshop, the ESBC members presented several proposals to address transportation issues. The Ecowas Railway Project is an ambitious initiative that has an aim of constructing a regional railway network. This railway project is expected to pass through all the 15 member states of Ecowas. This project was first announced in the year 2020 during Ecowas Commission's effort to construct a regional railway network. The scope of the project entails the construction of a 1,178 km rail that will link Nigeria, Benin Republic, Togo, Ghana, and Ivory Coast. This ambitious project is expected to be implemented in phases. The initial phase of this project focuses on the construction of a railway line that runs from Aflao, Ghana in the east to Elubo, Ghana in the west. This railway section is expected to cover approximately 530 kilometers. The funding of this project is being supported by quite a number of stakeholders, which includes the Ecowas Commission, African Development Bank, and other regional international partners. Focusing on the expansion of the project, the future phases of the project will entail the extension of the railway network to Ecowas member states. Additionally, this railway project aims to incorporate both the sustainable practices and technologies. This will greatly help in minimizing environmental impact and also ensuring its long-term viability. The coalition pointed out the challenges SMEs were facing during the transportation of goods and services within the Ecowas region. They stressed on the need for better communication and a clearer comprehension of the existing cross-border policies. Furthermore, they also called for the need of an improvement in the movement of both goods and people. With the revelation of the proposed Ecowas Railway project, this clearly shows that the development of regional railway projects is gaining momentum in Africa. Just recently, the East African Committee revealed its ambitious plans of developing a standard gauge railway network that will run through all its 8 member states. The development of the proposed railway network is expected to bring economic integration within the East African region. This will therefore strengthen the existing diplomatic ties among member states. Countries such as Kenya and Tanzania have been key players in the implementation of this project. Kenya was the first country among the East African member states to develop the standard gauge railway project. Tanzania joined the race and marked a big milestone in the development of the regional standard gauge railway project, as it became the first country in the region to develop a fully electrified standard gauge railway project. Recently, Uganda inaugurated its standard gauge railway project in Tororo, thereby joining the race for the development of its regional railway network. Some of the most significant benefits of developing the railway network in the Ecowas region includes, but is not limited to, economic growth within the Ecowas member states. This railway will greatly facilitate the transportation of both goods and services among its member states. This will bring forth both economic integration and growth by enabling efficient transportation of raw materials and finished products. It is also expected to enhance connectivity between cities and trade zones in the region. This will therefore promote both social and economic ties. Moreover, the improved connectivity can lead to development of new markets and also business opportunities. Both construction works and maintenance works of this railway infrastructure will create jobs for people in the region. And finally, this railway infrastructure can lead to the development of urban centers where it passes. This would eventually lead to the improvement of general infrastructure, housing, and public services in the regions. The plan for a regional railway network didn't just start today. Recall that as far back as 2013, 5 countries of the Economic Community of West African States decided to embark on a West Coast high-speed rail project to help bring development to the sub-region. The countries at the time were Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Togo, and Benin Republic, and the project was to have its stations in Cotonou, Lomé, and Accra, as well as terminals in Abidjan, Seme-Badagry in Nigeria. At the time, the proposed 1,178.84 km project was estimated to cost about $58.9 billion. However, in today's currency, the amount of this project will be triple. The project was to link Nigeria, Benin Republic, Togo and Ghana to Côte d'Ivoire to facilitate the movement of people, goods and services within the sub-region. The project at the time received tremendous political will and strong desire of ministers to see to its realization. At that time, $13.1 million was budgeted to undertake full visibility studies on the project, and funding was to involve the public-private partnerships and government of the beneficiary states. The proposed plan to develop a sub-regional railway network is as a result of the fact that the private sector and the government sectors have actually seen the importance of the rail infrastructure in the socio-economic development of the communities, which will impact positively on the livelihoods of the people. The partnership between the public and private sector is very important and critical, as it is against this background that it is believed that the project will succeed. All over the world, the railway remains the cheapest mode of transportation, and effort to develop the industry must be given the necessary support. To be honest, the political independence of the Ecowas sub-region is useless unless the economic emancipation of the sub-region is fully realized. One of the surest ways of doing such is to see to the realization of the African high-speed railway network. The upsurge in cross-border trade as well as the thriving tourism industry amongst the 300 million population of the Ecowas region should serve as a greater motivation for the various governments to accept that the harvest is great but the laborers are few. However, there is no single policy thrust that best responds to these challenges for progress in the region today than the West African Rail Project, which actually will be extended to countries like Gambia, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Senegal. And through this project, citizens in the Ecowas region will renew their faith of its founding fathers for a true community of progress. This will also deepen the vision of the people for collective self-action, which is expected to eventually yield growth and peaceful coexistence and development in the region. Despite the borderlines that exist between the countries, the people of the West African sub-region are actually the same culturally and socially. Hence, constructing a railway network will remain a plus to the people of the sub-region. On the progress of the project, stakeholders have noted that the West African region deserves to know the state of the signed MOU with the Chinese firm that is actually interested in constructing the project, whether or not the firm is still interested in the project. If not, it is time to throw the project open for international participation. This and more is a task before the current president of the Ecowas. Hopefully, the project comes to fruition as it is going to transform the region positively. Guys, do well to drop your honest comment. Tell us what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you.